Isaac, what are you doing? It's time for the KickCast.
Hmm?
Aren't you ready for the KickCast?
Oh, what'd you say? Sorry, I was
It-
listening to the ocean.
It's time for the KickCast.
Oh, that's right.
All right, guys. In this episode, we solve two problems with one project. Rubber band warfare takes it to a new level. A way to use your iPhone to find ghosts, and what the shell. So sit back and relax. It's time for the KickCast. Hey, everybody! It is time for another episode of the KickCast.
KickCast.
Joining me, 1 year older and maybe a little bit wiser, is Isaac. How are you doing, Isaac?
26 years of age. Yeah.
I-
Just went up.
If it wasn't for Facebook, I would have not known it was your birthday.
Yeah.
So I caught it at 11
Yeah,
p.m. So I wished you happy birthday an hour before everything.
That's what
ended.
Facebook's for.
Yeah.
Everyone waits for that time of year when you look on your Facebook and you're like, okay, it's my birthday. Let's go see how many birthday messages I got. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I feel so good inside.
If you guys missed that, you're probably not following us on Facebook because I did post it there. So for you guys who are watching for the first time, going, what's going on? What are these guys doing? This is the KickCast, the podcast about crowdfunding projects. What's crowdfunding? Somebody has an idea, but they need money to do it. So they're like, all right, if I can raise this much money, we can make this product happen or this idea happen, and so that's our whole goal. What we do is we find four projects every episode, and we kind of feature them. So should we just jump into our first one, Isaac?
Yeah, let's jump into the first project.
All right. So did you ever have any pets when you were growing up?
We had a Siberian Husky and a Lab and a Doberman.
Oh, so you're a dog person.
Dogs all
um,
around. Maybe we had a fish in there. I don't know.
I wasn't. My parents didn't think I was responsible enough to take care of pets. So the only pet I had was Goldfish, and the one thing I always hated doing with the Goldfish was changing the waters because it would be like a weekly thing. It would,
I hate it.
So it's kind of a pain. So this first project that we're coming up right here actually will solve the issue right there, and it's called the Garden Goldfish, and it's a self-cleaning aquarium that uses aquaponics to help keep the water clean. So you're like, oh, KT, why are you using all these big words? What in the world is aquaponics? The idea behind aquaponics is that the fish, of course, produces waste, and that's why you always gotta change the water. So what happens is that there's a pump in the system from the goldfish that pumps the water with the fish waste, which is a really good fertilizer, up into a pot that's on top of the fish tank where you're growing some kind of plant or something. And it waters the plants, and the nutrients are good for the soil there. So it's kind of you don't have to remember to water the plants, because that's another thing that I am horrible at, is remembering to water the plants.
Me too. Wonder if we could grow tomatoes on top of this.
It's kind of a curse. So what happens is this kit includes a 2-gallon fish tank. So that's your standard size fish tank for a goldfish, at least. It comes with a 1.5 watt aquarium pump, which clears out water at about 3 times an hour in that tank. And then you also have this optional light if you want to put this in a office setting where you're not near a window or something, if you're living in the dark depths of the cubes.
The cave. The aqua cave.
Yeah, so that's a nice addition, and some people, I guarantee you, some people are wondering, what can you grow in it? You can actually grow pretty much any plants, but they recommend herbs, and when I say herbs, I mean herbs.
Thyme?
Thyme, mint, oregano, and basil. And those, I literally mean that, and I don't mean a code word or anything.
I wonder if you could go rosemary. You can make some really good pork with some herbs. This would be nice.
Yeah, and they say you can actually put some flowers in there too, but I'm like, flowers? Who cares about flowers? I want something I can use to eat.
Agreed.
It's useful.
This is kind of a cool project. I like this.
Yeah.
It's like Water World.
Where you have to pee on a plant so you can drink the water.
Yeah. No, you're always seeking after to be able to grow your plant on this island. Pull up this picture right here. That's cool.
Right.
This is a cool project. So what's their here on this podcast? A lot of times they have a goal that they have to reach to get it funded or backed, and then you get whatever item that you were backing. So these people have 29 backers. They need $50,000, and they're at $2,600.
They just barely
Roughly.
launched a couple days ago, so
It's impressive.
they still have until December 28th for their product to kind of come out and shine for the world. So you still have a chance to back this project.
So, Kevin, you work in a cubicle at work. What do you think? Do you think you want a fish companion and grow some herbs by your desk?
I might, because I have natural sunlight, so I don't need the additional sunlight. You work in a cube too.
I do.
And the thing is, you're not at your desk as much as I am, so you might forget to water the plants and stuff. If you're
That's
in a
true.
cube. So
That's true.
It's really good for that kind of thing. What really I like about it is because, of course, you're going to have to naturally change the water once in a while on there, but it reduces it to a lot lower. So you maybe only have to do it once a month instead of once every week
Yeah.
on there.
You can put some betas in there. Don't betas fight each other? Some beta fish.
So, are you telling me you're trying to incite like goldfish bull fighting?
This week on Office Goldfish Fighting, Titan versus Tiger. I don't know.
Miss Lily.
Miss Lily. Okay, so Kevin, we have this rating system, backtrack or sack. If you like the project, you back it. If you just kind of want to see where it goes, track it, or you can sack it. What do you think?
For this one, I'd probably back. It's good for people like me who forget all these kind of things and whatnot, and the who is on there. And it's a little wonky because you still have to feed the fish, which is something that they're actually trying to solve because the creator actually has an idea of using an auto feeder on there.
Yeah.
Perfect. On there. So what would you say, backtrack or sack? You just got a new office. You need.
That's true. I need some companionship. I'm going to track it. It's pretty early on. I got to think about this one, but it's cool. I definitely look at it, see where they're going, consider pulling it back up and possibly backing it.
All right. So speaking of cubicles, something that's always common in all cubicles is cubicle warfare. So this actually brings up our next project, the bandit guns, a rubber band shotgun. So tell everybody about that.
Okay, so at first when I saw this project, I was like, really? I can make that for like $1, or I can make it just out of stuff sitting around my house. Just take a rubber band and you shoot it, or I can do it with my hand. No, rubber band guns can be really cool. They can like have multiple rubber bands. They can have shotgun action. I think this project's pretty cool. At first, I was kind of dissing it, but the more I watched it, the more I wanted it.
All right, so if you take a look at this rubber band gun, the one thing that I don't think the guy actually talks about a lot is that you actually have to build this. This is a kit.
It's true. It's true. So it comes in a kit, and it's relatively inexpensive. It has a few moving parts. I can't remember the piece number. Let's see. He gave. There's
right
a shot
there.
of it right there. So I think there's like 6 different components you put together. It even comes with the rubber bands. What's cool about this is a pump action shotgun. So the back of the gun has a bunch of rivets on it, and as you pump it, the notch moves up. So the rubber bands keep cocking forward. So you pump once, you can shoot 1 rubber band. You pump twice, you can shoot 2. You pump it a bunch of times, you can blast them all at once.
No,
I mean,
you don't-
hence the rubber band shotgun.
You don't have to worry about loading it one by one. So while everybody else is trying to use their fingers and going pew pew pew, you're like.
And he's like, oh, why? What are those? It's a rubber band. Yeah, and I'm not using them on my paper route. Okay.
I have a feeling.
I had a paper route when I was younger.
Deep dark secrets about Isaac coming up next on the KickCast.
Okay, so just before this, backtrack or sack, I backed it because I thought it was so cool.
So
It might have been impulse, but I don't care.
what are the pledge levels? Because I know there's 2 models. that they have
Yeah,
up
so you can just give them like $1 if you just like their project, but it's only $25 to actually get a gun. The first 100 backers got one for $20. $25 will get you the kit. And
is that the shotgun or the single shot one?
that's the single. Oh, no, that's the shotgun. The Outland shotgun kit. Yeah. So the $30 one is the sheriff shotgun. And
Isn't that the one that actually has the bolt that moves?
I think so. Yeah, that one has the
there.
bolt. Should have done a little bit more research. I got really excited about just backing
Well,
this.
that's the nice thing about Kickstarter is you can increase your backing amount
It's
later
true.
on. So
It's true.
so
Yeah, you can just keep going up. You're like, actually.
that's kind of what happened for the Sweet Lydia.
Yeah, that's
into
true.
it, so-
That's true. Okay, so they have 786 backers at 42,000. Pledge of 5,000 goals. So they've made it. There are only 7 days left. This is like a Christmas stocking stuffer. I have no idea if they can get it out before Christmas, but maybe you can put the Kickstarter receipt in the stocking.
So that's obviously a back from you, and
Yeah.
for me, definitely a back. I am. If a lot of people don't know this, but I actually have a very very large collection of Nerf guns at home at my house.
I do too.
So this is totally up my alley. So that's the shotgun, the bandit guns on there. And then so speaking of Christmas time and stocking stuffers, and our next project is actually a good idea for a stocking stuffer, and it is called the Mr. Ghost iPhone EMF detector.
Ghost.
Mr. Ghost. So what are you? So you guys are wondering what is? So this is a device you actually plug into your iPhone headphone jack, right there. You've seen a lot of these devices where you just plug things into the headphone jack.
Yeah, they have like
there.
the Intuit Pay. There's all kinds of things
Yeah.
you can use that port
So
for.
what it does is this sensor is actually searches for EMF, which stands for electromagnetic fields. And if you so pretty much it detects anytime electrons are moving through a wire. So anything that uses power, it will emit an EMF field on there. And the Mr. Ghost combined with the phone's gyroscope will use that and will tell you what direction that field is coming from, so you can go towards there. It's compatible with all generation or most recent generations of iPhones, iPod Touches, and iPads, and it comes in red, gray, orange, and white. I actually like the red; that looks pretty cool. You can kind of see it on screen right now, where it's just plugged in, and I really like how it uses the gyros to kind of figure out where everything is on screen, so you can kind of go detect it.
Yeah.
What really drew me to it is that I think it would be a really good teaching tool for kids to teach kids about magnetic fields and stuff, because it's all around us every day. Or for those friends, because especially in Utah, have you noticed in Utah there are tons of ghost hunters? People just love ghost hunting, and that's where you may have heard of EMF before. Is on a lot of those ghost hunting shows, they actually use more expensive devices to kind of go find those fields and see where it is. You can actually even record the signals that you're detecting and email it to yourself so you can listen to them later. In their video, they actually show you some of the samples so you can hear like a toaster, what the EMF waves sound like and everything. I think it's an ingenious idea.
I think it's really cool. I mean, this is like, what's the levels for this? It's cool. You can just go around, like you said, look for magnetic waves. Let's say there's that hot spot in your neighborhood. It's like, ooh, it's haunted. You can get all your friends, get your iPhones out. I'm picking up something, guys. I'm picking up something. Okay, it's nothing. Oh, wait, it's something.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that, and it's fairly inexpensive too, because I think it's $20 for the lowest pledge level in there.
Yeah, $20.
So it's a great idea, and it's a pretty simple concept. And so one thing that I try to do is not to get phone specific devices on here. So if you notice, we try not to do that. And if you look there's plans on possibly making a Android app if the iPhone one goes well. So that way it would work for both devices, because all it's doing is transferring it detects the signals and transfers it into sound.
Yeah.
So as long as your phone can record to it through the headphone jack, it should work. It's this guy doesn't have enough time to make an app for it, and he's trying to get the iPhone app to work very well.
It'd be awesome. You know, it'd be really cool in the app if you could like geotag your EM locations, so then you could build a haunted density map on like the Google Maps. How cool would that be? It's like we got a lot of activity. We got a lot of activity going around here.
That would be great. Like, that would be
way cool.
Such a cool idea. You think of all the people that show up to like.
Or you could you get like a density map of electromagnetic waves. Like let's say in the hospital you get a lot, or it would
in this room itself.
Yeah. How cool would that be?
Like
That would be cool if it did that with the app.
Speaking how much radiation is like D-Max in the chat room's like, I rather not know how much radiation I'm getting and live in delusion that I won't die young.
Well, that's why you have the density map, so you could avoid those hotspot areas.
Well, obviously where we are right now with everything set up, we're like in ground zero right here.
Oh, that's hilarious. Good
We're
stuff.
only gonna live till 30. So Isaac, backtrack or sack for you?
Since I just bought this shotgun for $20, I want to buy this too. I'm gonna
Just do it.
I'm gonna track
do
it,
it.
and then I'm gonna back it when there's 5 more days left.
That's funny because that happens to me too. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
just
what I do
track
too.
it. Oh, I'm getting it.
Exactly.
For me, I have to say track on this. As much as I like doing these kinds of things, I don't think I need to pick up another hobby to go hunt and everything. But I honestly, if you have friends who have an iPhone and love these kind of little knickknacks and gadgets, this is actually a good product. So I would say track unless you know somebody who's like loves ghost hunting and everything on there. So speaking of phones, Isaac, we all know that phones don't have the greatest speakers in them at all.
No, they don't. Kind of blows, doesn't it?
Yeah, so you're always seeing these different solutions and stuff, and this has to be one that really caught our eye fairly quickly.
And you think, isn't there a better way? I mean, actually, this is funny you say this. Okay, so here's my phone, right? The other day, I was laying in bed watching Netflix, and I have it propped up like this, just at a 90-degree angle or whatever. But, the speaker's on the back, so I can't really hear. So I actually will find myself cupping the back of the speaker because I want to project that sound out towards me.
Yeah.
So when we were going through projects to look at, this one was kind of funny that we ran across. This is called the shell phone loudspeaker. These guys basically take a shell, voila.
Hold on. Let me switch it back there.
A conch shell. And by the way, you can get a conch shell online for around $24, and
Plus shipping.
it's used. Yeah, it's used.
Well, of course it's used. Are you just going to, like, take a poor conch out of its natural habitat?
Yeah, you don't you don't put the iPhone with the creature inside, and then no good. You have to let it leave the shell first. Anyways, they drill a hole right here. They put their phone on here, and then it plays, and it's supposed to make it louder. And I don't know. They didn't really put a mic close to the conch shell on this video. We played and it seemed like it got louder, and we even did our own little test. I'll set one up. And we put the phone inside of it, and it did sound louder.
So before you start, play your phone alone right here, and put it close to the microphone so everybody can hear it.
Okay, so we'll play the phone here.
So that's normal, and then now put it in the conch shell. I like how you just dropped it in.
So it actually projects it more.
Yeah.
Kind of distorts the sound, but
it does what it's good. So, it actually works. Physics in action, Isaac.
Yeah,
physics in action. Right there.
So since we tested this one, we can actually say firsthand that it works.
On there. So this one's fairly new too, I think. They just really started.
20 days to go, 10 backers. They want $10,000. I don't really understand what they need $10,000 for of this goal.
Maybe they have to go to the coast and collect the shells.
10,000 shells?
Yeah. Or whatever, like a couple hundred shells. And it's expensive, man.
It's true.
Taking trips down there.
Okay, so on the shell, though, they do have some... they don't even have a picture of it, but I can play the video here real quick. So they carve a little hole in the shell. You can see the video right there. There's a dock. It's sitting there, and then he's going to pull up the phone. There he goes. Pulls it up. Oh, maybe he doesn't. Anyways, so that's the conch shell with the phone. What do you think about this project, Kevin?
So everybody knows that I am kind of a audiophile. I have headphones upon headphones.
You're a connoisseur.
Headphones. The ones I'm wearing now are custom molded to my ear for ultimate comfort.
Oh, there it is.
On there, and I have spent way too much money on headphones on there. So the one thing that I can see is that it's just making it louder, so it makes it kind of sound tinny
Yeah.
You're actually pushing it through the shell on there. And to me, I would have to say SAC on this one.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, on there. So how about you?
So looking at this project, I think it's really kind of cool and very novelty-ish. I don't know. I
And
have
then-
2 conch shells. I'm gonna sack it.
Yeah. D-Max makes another good point in the chat room. He says that how does it work for widescreen viewing if you're going to put your phone the other direction? You only can view it in portrait. That's a valid, point.
That's actually a really good point. Yeah.
So, yeah, on there. So, sorry guys.
It's true.
These do look cool and everything, but I don't know. On there.
I'm just saying, you can buy a shell online for $24. And so they're selling these for $60 with that cut groove.
Yeah. I have to say they have an awesome name though. It's called Wham Industries
Yeah, they do. That is a sweet name.
on there. So that is our pick for the shell phone speaker. And actually, Isaac, that is actually all the projects we have on there. Good one, pen pusher. Wake me up before you shell phone.
Wake me up before your shell phone.
I'm all happy and bouncy. But so that is all the projects that we have today. If you have a project that you want us to share or want us to consider for the show, please just contact us at kickcast@ktdata.net. We love getting feedback from you guys. Like, I get excited when I get an email from somebody back from either these projects or a message on our Facebook page.
We're like, we got a message
on there.
Even better when the people were backing, they give us feedback like, thanks for looking at
Yeah.
this, or check out this.
You and I, we actually love finding these cool projects and just seeing all these ideas and having people's dreams come true.
It's a blast to look at.
Yeah,
it's really cool. You look at the grassroots of creativity and you see what's going on.
Yeah. So, like I mentioned, kickcast@ktdata.net if you want to email us. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/kickcast. We're on Twitter at kickcast, Google plus.kickcast.net. If you actually check those social networks, we do have projects that don't make the cut for the episode because we just don't think we can have a really good conversation with them or go along that lines. We post those up too, and you can let us know if you would backtrack any of those on there.
Yeah.
Of course, we also, if you're not watching live right now, you can watch us live. Our next episode is December 13th, 2012 at live.kickcast.net. You saw us reading the text people from the chat room, and we love seeing you guys there live. If not, you can always catch us after the fact at kickcast.net, or you can look us up on Stitcher Radio or iTunes as KickCast, and we'll pop up right there. Then you can subscribe. That way you don't have to worry about missing an episode or not being able to make the live episode.
It'll just come to your
magically appear
phone.
to you right there. So, Isaac, I feel like we have so much fun.
It goes so
It goes
fast.
so fast, yeah.
We need to do like a lightning show where we cover as many projects as we can in 30 minutes.
or we can just like do a random one, so we just keep.
Or
on going.
we keep on going, and then we just on the fly talk about projects. Backtrack.
backtrack.
We need to have flags, backtrack or sack, or we'll have buttons with lights behind us. I'm gonna make this. We're gonna get like backtrack or sack
This is gonna
lights
happen.
behind us.
All right, guys, and as always, for you guys who watch and stuff, I love that you guys are watching and stuff because we enjoy making it, and it's awesome seeing how you guys enjoy the show and everything. So we will see you guys in 2 weeks. Thanks for stopping by.
Dos weekos.
All right.
Adios.
You ready?
Ready.
Good.
Rock and roll. Got all the pages up.
Rock. Party rockin'!
Do 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 do.
Rock it, DJ Isaac. Bring it on. Remix.